Hey y'all, welcome to another edition of Low Kick Esports. My name is Sammy Fish. It's my first time on here. So first I want to say thank you to Low Kick Esports, but I'm super excited for this beginner bracket. With me, obviously, we're gonna have the man Zero. How's it going, man?
It's going fantastic, Sammy. It's good to be back on the mic with you. I don't think we haven't been on commentary since Texas Showdown. You realize that? Like that
It,
was 2 years ago.
you mean 2019, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Actually, you're right. It's about to hit the 2-year mark in May, isn't it?
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. It's my first time as well here at Low Kick Online for Uniclear at the very least. So I'm happy to be here as well. Looking forward to these beginner matches here. I'll try to be unbiased about Flower Man in here. So that's how it's gonna be.
No, for sure. I'm really excited. So one of the things I really love about having a beginner's bracket, something like this, is that we're able to really pick apart little things that we feel like can go a long way for the players. And not to say that we're like fantastic players, and that's not to say that like we're the best people in the world to give like advice or anything like that. But there are definitely things that we can point towards that I think that maybe go unnoticed if you have not watched enough or you have not played enough or something like that.
Right, exactly. Like there's a lot to this game. When you start to get really deep in the mechanics, I know a few friends of mine locally that still periodically will reference the notes of the game of how the Vorpal mechanics work and how each character's specific Vorpal trait works as well. So there's still a lot to remember even at high level play. So being able to scratch the surface and just play this game is fantastic. You're already doing a tremendous step one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I say this a lot, and I think it's very indicative of what a high level Under Night looks like. But like, if you ever go to a tournament, you'll just see Under Night players just play nonstop, like in and out of tournament, because the repetition is very, very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it really depends upon like your character. There's so many different routes that you can take with various characters. Some of them have tighter inputs than others. Right here we have a Waldstein and Nanase, so this will be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, you're really looking at a character that can do stuff at full screen and doesn't have to worry about, Wallstein until he puts her back into the corner. That's where it becomes a real problem. So until then, we're looking at White Sword to find that sort of opening that gives him the chance to go in.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. That's a big start here for Waldstein. Yeah, already recovered a little bit early there because wasn't able to continue string. Oh!
Yeah, gets a huge grid break here. That'll be really, really important. Controlling the grid versus Wallstein will be definitely important to keep him out. And that way you're able to constantly use that air momentum, the air movement in order to keep Wallstein out.
Yeah, a lot of really slow moving buttons from Waldstein here. A really slow approach, as you can see here. The walk speed is just atrocious, but those big hands are not just for show. They can actually hit for pretty solid distance here, and Nanase has to kind of smother Waldstein in a lot of cases. Oh my goodness, that's a good reaction from Serene here.
Yeah, that was exactly what you're looking to do in the matchup with Wallstein. Wait for Vorpal, shield a lot of things that you think are free, and then use that chain shift in order to get in or fix a combo up or something like that.
Right, absolutely. Oh, we're looking pretty low on the timer here. Serene's going to have to make something happen with 3 seconds left on the clock. White Sword just noticing it and taking advantage of the situation here.
I'm blanking. Did he super at the end of that?
There was an attempt, it just didn't connect.
Oh, okay. So I'm like I completely blinked, but yeah, that would be sort of like the damage dump you do at the very end, right? Especially with 2-3 seconds left.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness, there's still so much Vorpal advantage here for Serene. Gonna take the chain shift here to build up a little bit of meter. Oh, but already got a counter hit there. It's not gonna get the command grab. Start.
Yeah, it got opened up during the block string, maybe considering that the Vorpal was so close to each other, maybe he was looking for something else.
Yeah, Vorpal, for a lot of beginner players, is definitely like that's your, after you get used to the mechanics of the game, get a little more comfortable, it's that extra tug of war that you see in the neutral game. You get rewarded for good defense, you get rewarded for good offense, so it's a nice little pendulum swing, and wow.
Yeah. Just make it nice and simple and tack on that IW at the very end there. That first one goes to White Sword.
All right, nice little back and forth. White Sword definitely being able to take advantage of the speed that Nase has over Waldstein. Like Waldstein here really has to preemptively press these buttons out here and get that lockdown. We got to finish these plates here as well when you're Waldstein. Okay. Nice jump assault, but unfortunately White Sword's going to get the first opening here.
Yeah, you're really looking to. I feel like what I'm looking forward to watching Serene do is basically like, yeah, do stuff like this, like snipe him out of the air once he gets too close, and then usually convert that into like taking space and not trying to back up too much.
Right, absolutely, because now look at this work that Waldstein has to do. Chase down Nanase, and for a lot of characters in the cast, like, that's a difficult task in and of itself, but trying to add the difficulty with Waldstein on top of that, oh my goodness. Okay, I like the veil off here. It worked out in Serene's favor. Big round open here, nice. Caught low from White Sword here, gonna have to... Okay. Unable to react to that gold throw. Unfortunately, you get a little bit of extra time when you see those gold rings show up to detect that throw.
Yeah.
White Sword not reacting.
Yeah, since a lot of command grabs can be canceled from normal moves and stuff like that, or be done, you're in block for one reason or another because of chain shift or something like that. Command grabs can be done, can still be done while opponent is blocking. You just get the chance to tech them.
It's a really, man, I wish every fighting game had that on command grabs.
Yeah, it's sort of a take on the KOF style of command grabs, right? Where they're also hits, but they also can be used as command grabs.
Right. Wow, what a turnaround there. 1-1 here. Serene just taking it.
Yeah, there you saw the conversions from Serene were a little bit better. That'll be very important for a character like Waldstein, who's a traditional grappler style, so you really want to take that momentum and roll with it.
Absolutely. Wow, just keep trying to jump Nanase. You're going to get swatted out of the sky.
There you go, chuck him in the corner. Yeah, very good back throw. One of the things that you'll recognize really early on when you're playing this game is that the corner is absurdly important, and and characters have tools to side switch even in the middle of combos.
Yeah, I mean, like you'll see some staple combos between like Seth especially is really flat with those side switches there.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow and steady approach here from Waldstein. Unfortunately, opened up there. I feel like there was probably a button that was about to come out in that situation there, but unfortunately, Waldstein came down landing. And Nanase having the advantage here already on the ground. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what you want to do with the chain shift, though, is that you get a hit and you convert it, or go for the big swipe as Waldstein, and then you're able to chain shift it, hopefully into pressure or some sort of mix-up.
Right. Ooh, really interesting guard break there. Unfortunately, not connecting there, so not going to get that grid back.
Yeah, grid break really hurts. So you just really, this is the time for White Sword to really take a healthier life lead.
Yeah. Okay. Big jump in here. Oh, gotta be careful with those shields. I'm terrified how many shields I see from Serene. Nice. Using the big hands. Use those big buttons to your advantage. Watch out for the DP. Love it. Good job from Serene here.
Alright. DP'd out. Oh, veil up. Oh, is he gonna catch? Okay, I actually had no clue how horizontal that was.
I was definitely worried about everything from that situation there, but way to keep your cool, Serene. You know, you clutched it out. Let's go.
Yeah, the first cycle here is going to be very, very important, and that's probably going to go in White Sword's favor with that grid break.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, dear. Caught low again. Working on... Okay. Let her know. Let her know she needs to stop right now.
Yeah, wake up throw. All right, he's going to take the corner with the body slide.
There, right there, like you were talking about, that side swat there from Nanase. Try to take this corner advantage here. Watch out for the force functions.
Yeah, but it does mean that Serene is spending all of his grid blocks, right? So there's no chance for him to win the Vorpal cycle unless he goes in and finds a big hit. Exactly. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he got a bunch of shields off.
Yeah, that's the one thing. One big takeaway from Serene is that they seem to really have at least a nice knowledge and understand that shield is an important aspect in this game, and they're at least using it, which is great. Big punish. No!
No! The idea is there. The idea is there.
Okay. Pop up, air grab. Here we go. Big swinging. Yeah, the gears are turning here for Serene, and yeah, this is looking really bad for White Sword here. Spoke too soon. Nice TP.
Yeah, at that range, probably go for the same thing you were doing before, where you go into the overhead claw into CS, and hopefully you catch him out of something. But still very close from the both of them. Good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's one thing I would like Serene to do a bit more, which is that there was like a couple of times where their defense to offense style was sort of working out pretty well, and I hope that like when you think about Wallstein matchups, you're really thinking about a lot of matchups that you have to down back first before you get the chance to go in. So the shielding is there. Like you were pointing out, like they are considering that they're shielding things that they feel like are free shields, and then converting that into hopefully a Vorpal cycle. And then for Wallstein, that means you get to convert that into some sort of way to get in. So that's I feel like that's a very good approach to start with.
Yeah, absolutely. The one other note that I would make too for Serene is that there was a lot of usage of chain shift there, which in some cases, you know, were really smart decisions. Like we saw the conversion attempt after a chain shift at one point during the match. But we also have to consider too, like you're saying, that Vorpal trait is such a positive for Waldstein in this matchup in particular as well. So try to hold on to it for a little bit longer there before you utilize that chain shift. There's that additional layer of strategy in that matchup in particular when you think about it that way.
Oh, that's true. And the secondary thing, actually, building off of that, is that, you know, as soon as your opponent recognizes that you have Vorpal Cycle, that threat of the big swipe into chain shift is going to be in your opponent's head. So you can almost, you know, use it as a way to get extended space in front of your opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it right there, right? We're already getting into the deep lore theory of like how Vorpal cycles can work and how it works on both offense and defense.
Right.
So much utilization out of that single mechanic there. And, you know, as someone looking in, like as a beginning player, you can definitely see why at a surface level, like, why is so many high-level players still kind of look back at the notes on how Vorpal actually works in this game? Because it is a really deep mechanic, and it's a fun mechanic.
Yeah, very much so. So yeah, if I were to say like a few things to work on, it would definitely be like, try to get your conversions to always like end up in the same way. Like you need to learn how to like convert your damage into more pressure. And then after that, yeah, just a little bit better use of chain shifts, and then we're pretty much good there.
Yep, absolutely. I'm gonna get right into this next match here. Looks like Ragnell versus Laugh and Chill. Okay.
Got Wagner versus Wallstein.
I tell you what, I love me some Wagner. What a solid character.
Yeah, this character is really neat. Definitely a character that has... It really captures, like, I think, the super aggressive style that Under Night kind of was missing before the character was introduced. And that's why I really like her addition.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking tons of plus buttons, a lot of safe options here, a nice unique mechanic with kind of like a poison type of deal. You burn, poison, call it what you will, with Wagner's sword. Just armor breaking as well with her shield and her force function. A lot of really unique things here.
Yeah, so Laugh and Chill's goal is basically to get the hit in neutral before... Oh, God, press from downtown.
Oh, okay. My goodness.
That caught me off guard. Jeez.
It's one of those things you sit there and watch it coming at you like, that's going to hurt, and you just don't care to react to it at all because you don't know why.
Sniped out of there.
Wow. Okay, good start. Nice force function here. Come back over here. Oh, no. Caught low.
Oi.
Oh!
The throw was while they were still in the air. That's unfortunate.
Really scary situation here. Nice double DP there, but unfortunately, yeah, the 720. Ugh.
So yeah, I should have follow up what I was saying for Laugh and Chill. For Wallstein, what you're supposed to be doing is basically hopefully converting damage and neutral, and then keeping Wagner off you, right? That's like the super main goal here, because your slow buttons are just like a horrible detriment once Wagner's in your face.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, she has so many safe options, like I was saying earlier too, that like it really becomes bad really fast. We're talking about a +9 frame super there as well, which installs both her sword and shield, a unique mechanic to her. So
Overhead. I would like using that chain shift there. That would have cleaned it up for you.
oh dear. All right, so now we got the offense mounting here for Ragnar. Unfortunately, gonna get clapped up from about mid-screen range there. That's Walt team for you.
Yeah, first one goes to Laugh and Chill. Basically, what happened is Ragnar probably got caught blinking or something twice in neutral and got God pressed, and that's exactly what you're looking for as Wallstein, whether it be a hit or a God press or a command grab or something like that. You're looking for something in neutral to convert to taking people to the corner.
Wow, what a daring assault from Ragnar there. Almost got smacked up for it. Okay, good anti-air here. Oh, not quite.
And that's fine. I don't mind you trying that a third time because it's worked so far. But now it's time to mix it up.
Okay, big sweep. Watch the toes once again. Yeah, there's that scariness, right, from Wagner just being right up at Wallstein's facing. Okay, all right.
There you go. I like that. Plus frames, keep it nice and simple. The 2A.
Ooh. Okay, not able to finish it quite yet. Good patience here from Laugh and Chill. One big hit could do it here. And, not quite.
Got caught using the force function. Yeah, it's a very, very slow move. It's very specific on how you should be using it.
Right. Okay. I wonder if they were trying to catch the dash up from Wagner there.
Yeah, I think he thought he was gonna start running into that range.
Preemptive anti-air here.
Oi! All right.
Win as planned.
Meteor is supposed to be converted into damage. He technically did that.
Okay, all right. Try to go for an anti-air grab. Unfortunately, Wagner was coming right in. Big damage. Nice string here. Wow.
Yeah, his tech takes his advantage.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not sure that connects in that situation. Does it have to pop up for Walt?
Oh, okay. I do not remember the last time I've seen EX dash, so I'm like, I was unsure whether it had actually any invincibility or not.
I think off of shield, right? It's been a minute. Like, I think if she has shield installed, she gets some reflection on that.
Yeah, but I just didn't know it had like was able to blow through anything.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, that ties it up for Ragnar. So much better in terms of the aggression, but I would love to see Laugh and Chill actually start using that chain shift. He's kind of just sitting on it, which is fine sometimes. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it is definitely like an important tool to keep people out, get conversions for Wallstein.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because otherwise his range isn't scary. You have to be able to like threaten that farther range with the chain shift.
Oh my goodness, yo!
This man speaks to the God press.
Oh, good attempt with the anti-air grab. Shut down the approach. Big swing, and it's a hit. That worked out. We take those. Ragnar was sleeping at the wheel there, not holding buttons to wake up. That's all right, though. Oh, wow. A deep assault.
Woo! There you go. The shield into the punish. I love it.
Oh, no. This is a good start here. Okay, force function will open up, but unfortunately Wagner is just way too fast. Like he said, that force function is a really slow option.
Yeah, I mean, in almost every single situation, I'm not a big fan of using force function on Wallstein. There's very specific uses where it becomes,
Right.
a decent option, but it just feels like a character that has a real difficulty getting in, moving forward, should not be spending their grid blocks in that way.
Nice string. Gonna maintain the middle ground here. Really wary of that meter too. Doesn't want to get command grab.
Oi.
Disconnect. Gonna get the full conversion. Okay, almost. Nice timing. I love the body splash approach. It's a really solid idea, especially considering Ragdoll's approach. Nice conversion here from the that's 2C, not 2C.
Yeah, no, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, yeah, I want to see the body slam approach when you have chain shift, and that way you can, get in and force a mix-up. He does it. He is quite reaching with the meter though. There it is.
Yeah.
Convert it into damage. This carries to the corner. That's what you want to see.
Oh my god.
Ah! Oh my god, he almost picked that up. He might have actually with Vorpal trait.
Right? Yeah, just challenge the ground approach there. Keep it simple.
Yeah, just good approach to recognizing that he wanted to approach from the ground for the most part. So sticking big buttons in front of his way.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is a smart move. Like that, at that point, you have to go up against either an assault or even just the forward approach, and you ended up guessing right in that situation. So that really helped out in the end. Like you definitely closed out. You had the confidence in that initial game.
Yeah. I really liked that shield into punish with 5B. That was real sick.
Yeah. No, that was actually a really good decision there.
So yeah, I mean, for the most part, like the thing that we talked about the most with Wagner to start this was like, yeah, this character has much better, faster buttons once she gets into the range to use them, right? And so like I feel like what your approach to that matchup should be is like looking about how to get in, right? Even if you take a couple tags in the air and stuff like that, once you get in, it's going to be so difficult for this Wallstein to get off you or get him off you, because it's like you just have all your buttons have so much startup that they can't really compare to to 5B. They cannot compare to 2A. Like those stuffs just eat you up. And I feel like when you think about something like that and you go, oh, okay, if this is where I need to be in this matchup, like how do I get there? Right? And I think that's like sort of the approach on how to think about how to get to that next part of the matchup.
Right, yeah. I mean, like, it's definitely a lot of the fundamentals of a grappler will come to light if you're familiar with playing a grappler style when you're playing as Waldstein, because that still really applies. But then, like, almost like what Zangief in Street Fighter 4 did for his particular playstyle as far as, like, Green Hand and different approaches that way. Like, Waldstein has that additional layer of tool, right, with chain shift, like you're saying, and using Vorpal as well. Like if you think about those tools to shut down the approach and then also use that to your advantage to close the gaps against a character like Wagner, you're gonna do a-okay. Like the work does pay off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also like versus a character that doesn't technically have full screen pressure. Sneak in an install here and there if you're sitting in full screen.
Right. Right now we have
White
Flower Man versus White Sword,
who switched it up to hide. Oh, okay. That's absurdly impressive. If you are actually comfortable with playing two characters at the same time in Under Night, like you're absurdly impressive. But I think that for the most part, as a beginner in Under Night or even as an intermediate, you should probably stick to one character.
Right. Yeah, there's so many layers like we talked about too. All of these characters here. Hyde is a really in-depth character, but also kind of like has a jack of all trades aspect, right? Where like has just about every mechanic the game has to offer, so you can really quickly learn a lot of things. But you're right, yeah. Try to do multiple characters at once is crazy here. Of course, Flower Man sticking with familiarity here, playing Hilda and BB Tag. Of course, definitely different in BB Tag than she is in Uniclear, but still, at least you play what you like, right? And
Right.
you learn a lot faster because of that. Nice anti-air here.
That version was sick.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's some really fancy stuff. Oh my goodness, the throw flies! Okay, another good anti-air. Yeah, of course, in the background there, Flower Man does get some tips from Blooming Lotus as well. Another Hilda player, so of course, definitely taking notes. That's showing up here. Good anti-air.
Yeah, could have been a kill if he just spent that 100-meter instead on, you know, the or not the IW, yeah, there you go. Nail torrent. Thank you. Yeah, but you know, sometimes you're autopiloting in that time and you're just thinking about, you know, it's like this is what I normally do in this situation.
Right.
So it's not too bad, but a thing to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. Optimization is so important in this game.
Right. another really good Hilda player, Angel of Soul. When I talked to her, she told me that she's gotten to the point where their combos where she is looking at other things while she's doing her combos. And that's definitely something I would suggest to like most players in general, to be like, you can get so autopiloty with your combos that you're making other decisions elsewhere. You're looking at your grid, you're looking at your meter, you're looking at their health, and you're going like, oh, okay, what needs to happen here? And that way you get to start like looking at the grid meter way more. You can be like, oh, okay, well, I'm dropping my combo here or pushing them or, you know, knocking them to wall bounce, and then I'm going to concentrate because that will win me the grid war. And that only happens when you're so comfortable with your combos that you don't have to look at them.
Absolutely. Another character switch here for White Sword, opting for Wagner.
Yeah, I mean, if he's just trying to approach the matchup at like a beginner's level, like I feel like Hilda becomes a character that a lot of people struggle with because she's a very capable zoner. Like unlike most other games, like if you think about a game like Street Fighter, like once you get on Dhalsim, you're pretty comfortable versus Dhalsim. But like that's not always the case versus Hilda.
No, absolutely not. You also have to think about like her very own version of a turnaround punch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice jump C there. Another one. Still able to get this conversion off the wall bounce. Even really good stuff. Dropped a little bit there, but that's okay. Got the Oki set up. What's the mix? Caught the toes.
Yeah, and that was very good. Doing the second part of the mix-up, first goes high, then goes low.
Really good stuff here from Flower.
Yeah, good stuff. Easy 2-0. Like I said, I would suggest picking one character and sticking with it. That would be honestly like my best suggestion to White Sword. Pick the character you like the best. Like Hyde, like you said, Hyde's a very, very good character in this version. I think he's very strong. However, I think he's also a very hard character to play at the beginning to mid-level because he's one of those characters that doesn't have he has a ton of tools. Yeah. He has a ton of tools, but for the most part, he's like he has one tool for one thing most of the time. So it's like a character like, let's say, Akatsuki, who's an example that I've done on stream, where it's like Akatsuki has multiple ways to pressure you once he's in front of you, right? He has the ability to like stagger a lot of pressure. He has, you know, close B, he has 5C, he has 2A, 5A. He has a bunch of stuff that makes you fear the next button coming on. Yeah. Where Hyde, not so much. Like the character for the most part like has 2A, and then after that you kind of get pushed out to a point where you don't have to worry about anything except for, you know, the crazy slow overhead. So it's like, you know, you take a bunch of chip, yeah, but at the end of the day, like that stagger pressure isn't as strong with him as it is with Akatsuki. So you just have to learn, you have to get better with using that 2A, which is his main stagger pressure tool. Then you do have to do like a character like Akatsuki who gets to mix that up way more. So that's like, if like I said, if you love Hyde and you think Hyde's the shit, and like Hyde is a really cool character, don't get me wrong, like you then play Hyde. and stick with high, because I feel like when you go against and we start learning matchups with characters, the interactions in this game are very important. So you learning multiple characters is just going to be a big detriment to you learning versus characters.
Right. Yeah, that definitely adds to the mental stack as time goes on for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hyde is definitely just a deep character, like you said, with a lot of tools. And geez, I can't believe they gave that character a beam in this version. That's insane.
Yeah, full screen conversion. I feel like he took Eltnum's spot in Claire.
Really?
Or I just feel like I felt like Claire, like Eltnum was so good. She had like a bunch of super good tools that made you be scared from mid to like close to mid range. And now like Eltnum got kind of nerfed, so she kind of dropped down on the tier list a little bit, and like Hyde went up on the tier list.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's like I feel like like you threaten the same ish distances.
Right. And even in the previous version, Hyde was good.
Yeah, no, I would 100% agree. I thought Hyde was very good in the previous version.
Speaking of another good character, Phonon on the screen here. Absolutely can be dominant in the long range game too. Definitely one of those zoning characters, not like Hilda in this, but I mean like as far as like controlling the mid screen, she's devastating, especially when she's got that Vorpal. Of course, Gordo and his force function also being a little bit better with that Vorpal. Nice! Wake up grab from Proto Tempo here. No conversion off the wall for though.
Yeah, she's real different from Hilda. Hilda's more like screen pollution-y.
Yes.
Where it's like you're constantly looking at like different parts of the screen. You get to just look at Phonon in front of you.
Right.
But she's more like Dawson, where she's constantly throwing the hugest buttons.
And it constantly cycles back into itself, you know, back and forth. You have to really maintain grip, really good sim there. But,
yeah, that is one of the things that Phonon does give up as a character. She does give up grid quite easily to shields, so it's definitely a very general approach to versus the character. Shield first, get Vorpal, then go in.
Okay. Not the first time that I've seen Proto Tempo.
I see a few people in the chat saying that he was playing a different character previous to this. Gord is a very cool character. I don't blame anybody trying to pick up this character. He's so cool, man.
Yeah, there's so many characters. Nice gold tech there.
Oh, got the block. There it is. We could have done a better combo to clean that up, but we did a full charge overhead to finish it.
Wow, really wanted to say something with that full charge overhead, huh? Just.
I mean, you know, I wouldn't have expected full charge C when I'm right in front of somebody.
Especially when you're about to die. Like, surely I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have expected.
Wow.
So.
Round flipping Grim Reaper, Gordo special out here.
Gets the gold throw off. That combo is real tricky for Phonon. I've tried picking that character up, and yeah, those combos get real difficult.
Yeah, plenty of work here for LDS. Oh, gotta watch out for those command grabs. Yikes. All right, and honestly, Proto Tempo can just chill out for a little bit here. Not too far out there at this point. She has the ability to kind of shut things down. Also has meter here, and not gonna get a chance to use it in this round at least.
Yeah, it just gets the Resident off. And that pretty much has been like the big detriment here, is that sitting in that half screen range has been more in the favor of Proto than it has in LDS.
Wow.
Oh, reverse throw, get the combo. Keep it nice and simple. I like it. Oi!
Let's go.
Reach in the pocket, steal a bunch of grid.
Late reaction there. Gonna have to block the fireballs here. Nice. Grim Reaper. Watch how far you're running.
Ooh, got tagged out of the startup with Rusty Nail. gonna win Vorpal here. That's big for this character.
Ooh, it's not yeah, that's the scary thing about Gordeau. You have to really respect Gordeau's range and those buttons. If you're not close enough to challenge the startup on his slower buttons, you really have to start making nice grim reaper. Wow.
Meets him out of the air with the jump B, and that'll be 2 for Proto.
Yeah, that was a really good jump B there. Like, like the perfect art to avoid the fireball entirely to get the hit. That was really interesting.
I don't know. I don't particularly know how Phonon feels about that matchup and Claire, but for the most part, like I feel like a lot of the time, LDS just was not. I don't want to say oppressive, but maybe that's the right word for it. Like I never felt like there were things on the screen for Proto to be afraid of.
Right. Yeah, we saw a lot in that set, right, where Proto just kind of hung out, just waited for LDS to make the approach and leave gaps. And maybe it's the fact that like a lot of matchups that LDS goes in, there's some unfamiliarity against Photon. The Photon can be pretty overwhelming when she's putting buttons out there in the mid screen and you don't know how to deal with it. And maybe that's just, you know, a part of the muscle memory, a part of the game plan. Like, okay, cool. Most people don't know how to properly react to what I'm doing. I can just keep playing my game plan. But Pro Tempo definitely kept the cool, understood the range first off. Like that is superbly important, especially with Gordeau having much slower buttons than what Phonon has. Like if you think about the toolkit of both these characters, Phonon's definitely a lot faster. Has to get in a few more hits than what Gordeau does, because Gordeau is definitely going to top out with damage. But yeah, you know, them's the breaks. If Proto has nothing to really fear in that mid range, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's like other things that you can. I feel like that LDS could just pick out on his own, like you know, some missed gold throws, you know, that are pretty obvious because they're happening in Mortal Slide time, Mortal Slide assimilation, Rekka. Yeah, like little like stuff like that is stuff you can recognize yourself. I think for me, like if I were to say something to him, I would basically just say like, hey, just work on being comfortable with throwing out your big combo buttons like 3C or 4B, mainly 4B, and then learning like to hit confirm it. Because I feel like once you're confident enough to do stuff like neutral 4B hit confirm, then you're like, oh, okay, then I am confident in this range because it will convert into damage.
Right. Stopwatch is back out here. Alongside Flower Man.
Yeah, Flower Man looked very, very strong. He had side switch combos. He had the basic mix-up going down. Yeah, definitely well on his way to sort of hitting that next step in Hilda play.
Wow, Stopwatch really putting in this work here with Byakuya. A little bit of a misinput there, but still able to get some web traps out.
Yeah, and that was the time for Flower Man to sort of do something with the meter that he had, but unfortunately, a little bit too much respect.
Oh no, yep. Later, assault from Stopwatch, able to challenge there. Nice, still getting the corner from Stopwatch.
Yeah, hard to react for sure, but
set up nice. Just keeping it simple, nice setup. Goes for teleport. Wow, whiffs the high and still gets an opening after the fact.
Yeah, with 2B nonetheless. He does have Vorpal though, so if he drops the combo, there it is, then he's gonna get a chance here. Alright, Veil Off Wall is in the air. That's easy peasy.
Yeah, I really like that. Gotta make this count though. You have plenty of meter. Are you gonna use it and how you use it?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We got it out at the very least.
It's a bit forceful, but yes, you did get it out. Yeah, and if you're Stopwatch at that point, you're recognizing like, oh, he didn't do the super. That means he's probably gonna spend the rest of this Veil off on something. That's very common for Under Night. Is like, well, I get a free super even if there's a tick of this left. So you got to look out for something like that. But that's 2 to Stopwatch. A lot of damage from his conversions, even if it hasn't been like you know, the best combo or hasn't been all of the damage. He's getting most of it still, so he's definitely taking advantage of neutral and converting it into Yakia's game plan.
Absolutely. Fortunately, Flowerman actually kind of waking up at this little situation here, but Stopwatch recognizing these gaps in Flowerman's practice finally getting it. And super important. Nice change shift. Oh! The setup! Oh my goodness!
I believe he looked at his meter at the end of that combo and recognized it wasn't in 100 and tried to change shift to get the extra meter in order to super for his mix up in the corner.
That definitely seems like what it was going to be there. Yeah, Byakuya can be scary too. Has a button that looks identical one to the other. We just saw it right there. Where if it's charged, it's actually in the red. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate it's like, it reminds me of like Testament like 5D or like Exermilia 5D where it's like, yeah, the overhead that comes from underneath you. Thanks.
Yeah. Nice setup here, getting a nice little grid charge there. Gonna take the cycle.
It gets time to set up an orb. Yeah, set it up towards him and teleport it towards it. That's pretty common. We have the meter to set it up. Yes. There you go. Stumble overhead. Nice blocks. Oh, he swung a 2A in there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's exactly what got you caught. Could have been patient. Oh no, tries to get the veil out there. Okay, we got anti-airs. That hits. Okay, nice. The assault. Oh, but dropped it.
No. He has meter, or he has the Vorpal. Yeah, there it is. All right, use it to extend some pressure there. No, that 3C was really good though. Like once you recognized the web's gone, and he jumped in the air, it was like perfect timing. 3C. That was definitely what won him the game there. Is not even the damage that he could have converted off it, but knowing that, once I get this and get out of the corner, that I have a chance.
Oh boy, even up the change shift caught low. That's a good recognition there.
Yeah, that was a neutral change shift, so he was like, well, we're both in the same page, or the same boat here. Might as well press my button.
Oh, okay, get off me. Wow, we're both swinging for the fences here in this corner. Nice setup. Yeah,
oh, red miss of death. He was already teleporting, though.
All right.
There you go. All right, tacked on as much damage as he could. Not quite.
Right, still has the Vorpal cycle here. Okay, nice backdash and a punish off the 2C there.
Yeah, very nice. That's definitely what you want to see. I really like, actually, that Flowerman's recognized that most people, when they play against Hilda, assume that a standard grappler style character, or zoner style character, is not going to press buttons on wake up. And so, like, using Hilda's fastest button like that will be super good and catch a lot of people off guard. Scary because you're Hilda, but if you constantly wake up with things or change up your defensive options, you're gonna make the opponent hesitate.
Oh no, the assault from over there. Nice forward tech here from Flowerman, trying to get that corner advantage. And I love the awareness of the grid cycle here, constantly trying to maintain that positive scenario for Flowerman. Caught low though.
Yeah, this is a bad situation. You're gonna give up Vorpal as well, getting carried to the corner with EX Rekkas.
Here, nice. There's a lot of whip buttons out there, but no punishes. Oh,
a very nice delay there in the pressure. That's what you're looking for.
Taking the turn back to the kitchen. Nice! Dropping the nail. We've been holding that button for a little bit there. Good charge and another nail. Don't forget about it. Watch your head. Good dash up to get the full conversion. Again, open up.
Oh,
nice!
Up. Recognition that he got hit by the orb and had the charge ready for it, and instead of going for a teleport mix-up, he just did the overhead. Well done.
Really smart stuff. Really putting on the offensive pressure here.
I gave up 50% of his meter there, just trying to bust out.
Jeez. overhead again.
Oh no! Yeah, you can't do that. Oh, there it is again.
We got to start. Orbs teleported already. The punish. Oh, good attempt at the assault.
Yeah, I do like him trying to go for that mix up there.
Oh, okay. A late stand-up though. That you're lucky to get blown up for that overhead.
Oh, misjudged the time. The chain shift was perfect. He just misjudged the distance.
Nope. Oh, no. I thought there was going to be a DP coming out of Byakuya there, but the 2C to close out, or dash C rather.
Yeah, you have the right idea. Like chain shift when you see him in the air, you get to convert easy. Just maybe deer in the headlights in terms of options.
With the nail. Unexpected. Have to chunk of damage here.
Fail off. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Flowerman really good at mixing up his offensive or his defensive options. First time we've seen Veil off, and it's been at a critical point where he can strip Vorpal from the opponent, and it gives him the opportunity to get out of the corner.
There we go. Okay, good challenge attempt though. Okay. Let go of the block stance a little bit early. They're going to get opened up by Orb. Chain shift. This is a good start here. The pressure going. Tries to shield as much as they can. And unfortunately, not going to cut it when a button comes out.
Yeah, and they'll be up. Flowerman 2-1. Well done.
Yeah, really good stuff here. That means Flowerman will be poised, waiting in winners finals of this bracket here.
Yeah, I think the best thing that I saw from Flowerman was definitely the mixing up of defensive options. Whether he was blocking, pressing buttons, he did wake up super, Veil off at the very end was always just like keeping his opponent thinking about what the options were going to be on wake up. But when stopwatch started going off, like, and got his combo and got the net set up, like, it definitely looked very good. So it was more of like, as long as stopwatch can get to the point where he's getting more of those situations off, he'll definitely get like way better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like there were some like tidbits of gaps as far as stopwatches Byakuya setups went, but the thought process is there, and that's the important thing, right? It's
yeah, absolutely.
Like, this, like you're at least trying it out. You are trying to put it into a live scenario, and that's important because you're going to get that muscle memory. It's so different than trying to do it on a practice dummy, right? Like you get the corner set up. Eventually, it becomes muscle memory, but once you do it in a live scenario, you get that nerves out of you. Then you're going to be able to do it. You'll be great.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of just like approaching, you know, the gameplay, I would say most of the time just try your best to, like, in matchups like versus Hilda where you're actually outranged, which doesn't always happen, you know, just focus on finding the gaps, dash blocking. You don't have to get as close as some other characters do, like Akatsuki or, you know, or Enkidu, but you do have to get, you know, closer than some other characters. So dash block, get to that range, know where the Hilda gaps are in pressure, and then find that perfect 2D2C timing.
We got Proto Tempo back up here with Gordo. Bracadios out here making me wish it were Monster Hunter Friday already.
I don't know anything about Monster Hunter, so I mean, yeah, the people are hella happy. Yes, there you go. Red Mist of Death gets the 2C anti-air. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice, good air conversion there. That's the string that we like to see with Waldstein here.
Yes, this is exactly the combo that I want to see. Put him in the corner.
Oh no! That rusty nail.
Yeah, loved it. Love that. The time that Bracadios, you're gonna have to help.
Bracadios. Yep.
Okay, Bracadios. You're gonna. I love that the time that he did actually go for force punching when he was outside of rusty nail range. So he's like, yeah, this is super safe. I'm gonna be able to do this. If he tries to run up or tries to take that 5C distance away from me, then he might get hit by this force punch.
Still a swing.
Yeah, big thing to worry about here is the amount of grid blocks that Gordo has. And yeah, having 6 blocks means you have no reason to spend it.
Start. Press here. Already in the corner.
Hardest read.
Right? Once again, just buttons here from Brachydios there. Being grimy like the slime monster Brachydios is.
Oh my god. He got all of his meter back after spending it. Oh, it's nice. Gets the gold throw tech. Easy peasy.
The big oh, come on. Nice read here for Brachydios.
Very, very smart awareness there, knowing that he's going to use meter in some way. Very obvious from how he acted after his first super got stuffed, where he CS'd immediately and got the meter back. So that was just like, yeah, just a very good read on the opponent.
Wow, that's a new update there for Gordo in Uniclear, adding that additional swing for Grim Reaper.
Helps him with some combos, gets a little bit extra damage, tagging people out of the air, makes CS Grim Reaper even a little bit nicer. Nice little buff there. Wow. Gordo players love Air Mortal Slide. I don't know why.
Gordo players are just built different. That's all.
I don't know what about Air Mortal Slide they love about it, but they love that move.
Oh my goodness, the God press! Jason, where do you think you're running to, Proto? Brachydios is coming after you. You're about to get slimed.
I got tagged out of the air.
What? Excuse me.
Yeah, why not? There was two reasons why that wasn't the worst thing in the world, but still frightening. Is that Brachydios has been in the air quite often when Proto's been on the ground, and secondary is that he had chain shift. So if anything went awry, he could have kept it safe.
Doesn't seem to be phasing Brachydios all that much there. Nice EX to Sim.
Hey, right into my loving arms.
Oh no!
Yeah, why not? Give it a shot. Again.
Wow. Another yo! The insanity for Brachydios here. Throw after throw. Don't tell me there's another one. There it is!
Oh!
Man, grab the full 720!
Right into my loving arms.
It's grimy, Brachydios.
We went for it. You gotta go for at least one. You're a Wallstein player.
Oh yeah, of course. All players, Gordos are built different. Wallsteins are definitely built different.
Yeah, neutral God press. Why not?
Big clap. Nice assault here. Nope, not your turn to press a button quite yet. Nice Grim Reaper on Wake Up. Ooh.
Yeah, actually gave up Corporal there because he used Rusty Nail at the last second. So, consumed one of his own grid blocks in order to do that. Cycle's almost up though. Scary throw.
Really trying to get that conversion off of him too. Yep, Rusty Nail once again coming in. 1-1 here.
Yeah, a little bit better. I do like that he's recognized that the Grim Reaper on Wake Up is going to be like a pretty good option, considering that Brachydios has been in the air fairly consistently. What I want to see from Tempo is actually for him to snipe him out of the air in neutral, and keep him from just jumping out of him, because it feels like Brachydios just feels very comfortable in doing that.
I definitely agree. There's not, clearly, Brachydios has not been given enough of a reason to not jump.
Yes.
There it is. Again, gonna get caught just for free. No anti-airs, no Reaper, not even a Rusty Nail on the ball.
Plus frames. I think Proto scared himself.
Yeah, you see somebody as big as Waldstein coming at you, you're probably scared, right? But you have to remember you have these tools as Gordo to shut down some of these gaps, especially think about reversing Grim Reaper. Like, how many times you pulled that off? why not keep using it?
Yeah, I just more mean that he's eaten so many reversal command grabs that he felt like that was the time it was gonna happen, and then he just gave up his turn. All right, rusty nail.
Let's go.
Wow, CVO. All right.
Okay.
I like in general that he knew that he had chain shifts and he had the ability to convert it into something. I mean, I disagree with you spending it all the way on CVO, but the idea is correct.
Okay, nice. Got Brachydios gold throw. Yeah. You're good. Wall to wall. Keep the pressure going, Brachydios. Okay. Almost had the whiff there. Where's the problem? Look at this. We already have 200 meters.
Yeah, run up, steal some grid. Oi, out of range.
Not good.
Yeah, got the hit, and at the perfect timing too. He's able to get another Vorpal cycle. This has been really, really important for him.
Yeah, what an excellent start for Proto here in this round. Nice tech. Unfortunately, gonna get stuffed.
Yeah, very gutsy to run up after that gold tech. You have plus range, but you gold teched quite far, sir.
Okay, nice. There we go.
Chain shift.
Yeah. Okay. Yo!
Yeah, that's a Gordeau classic.
That is indeed. Gotta be ready to jump those.
Throw tech into EX Sim. Oh my god. Oh, you got the meter though. He has a meter. Steal that grid right into his pockets.
Be a real shame if you lost another square of grid here.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Pulled it back. Proto looked kind of rough in that first game, and then looked way better when he made. It felt like he made Brachydios' approach a little bit scarier, and it felt like Brachydios was like not just throwing caution to the wind, assaulting in buttons, you know, trying to get something started. So that's good. That's exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad that that Proto was able to turn it around in that set there, because you know, you're letting Waldstein bully you, but you're Gordeau. You're supposed to be doing the bullying. You know, like that's your character. It's your shtick, right? Like that's the whole aesthetic. Yeah, but we definitely learned a lot as far as like you know, putting in a few more rusty nails there. Of course, being a little more reactive, using like EX Sims and kind of playing neutral a little bit differently there. I definitely would have liked to see a little bit more anti-air options, like you're saying too, against Waldstein though. Like just being able to jump for free, like seeing a Waldstein in the sky as much as we did is a very rare occurrence.
Yeah, for sure. Only other thing I'll say for Proto is that he got caught by so many like wake up command grabs that, you know, just like, so both Gordeau and Waldstein have two of the similar things where they can do wake up command grab or wake up super or wake up like super that is a hit, right? Where for Gordeau it's EX Sim and EX Grim Reaper, and for Waldstein that's EX command grab and EX crazy hands or slashes or whatever you want to call them, right? And so when you do, both of characters have the ability to make the opponent think about one or the other during wake up. So both characters need to apply both strike throw and air to ground mix-ups, like high-low with an assault or jump in mix-ups, in order to make the opponent think that they can't do that, or they're putting themselves at a greater risk for doing that. Because every time that I felt like Brachydios did wake up command grab, he did it because he felt like it knew it was gonna hit. Like, he didn't just do it to like pose a threat. He did that because he was like, oh, this is gonna work 100%. And that's because and I can know that because he never went for EX slashes.
That's true. That is very true. The confidence is definitely there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll at least for Bracadillos, like the one thing I'll say is versus that character, try your best to go for shields first, and then you have the ability to like, slash in. You have the combo down, you god press him, take him to the corner, pressure him. That's all there. You just need to find that opening versus Gordeau that you can actually threaten in the mid screen, because his 5C and his Mortal Slide have very, have a lot of startup.
Right.
So just thinking about approaching that way first, and then, do the things you're normally doing. Everything else was pretty good for what you would consider a beginner/intermediate level.
Yeah, damage was certainly there. The threat of Waltz Team was certainly there.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got the pieces there. Cool. Well, plenty of matches so far. We're getting down to the wire here. Of course, with that match, Pro Tempo moving on to winners finals against Flower here. We got the bracket right up here for you. In the losers quarters, we're going to be checking out Stopwatch up against LDS. And of course, Bracadillos also waiting in the losers quarter. But we'll be going up against White Fang. Interesting run.
White. Okay.
All right, nice. Stopwatch LDS coming up first.
So yeah, that'll be another similar one for Stopwatch, where character is actually outranged. So we'll see how Stopwatch sort of approaches that, because a lot of the characters, like when you get outraged, sort of approach in a similar manner, where they're sort of dash blocking, trying to get into range, and then once they do that, then they get to actually start their game.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing about this is that Phonon is very strong at the 3/4 range and right in your face,
Mm-hmm.
because her 2A is phenomenal. Her force function with chain shift applies a scary mix-up to deal with.
Right. Yeah.
And so once you're in those two ranges, she's very strong, and she has a very good strike throw that makes her very scary. But once you're in that mid-range-ish, her buttons either take too long to get out to that range, or they're very risky. So that's where Byakuya really gets to like settle. Around that round start range is what I'm thinking about.
That first hit was there for Byakuya here. There's that charge overhead I was talking about earlier too.
Oh, I remember. So for LDS, the reason why that dash C Rekka mixed up or the combo's messing up is because you're just canceling the Rekka like slightly too late, or too early. I mean, sorry. If you delay it just a little bit, you don't actually get that cross-up. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. You use your chain shift off the force function mix up, and then you get to convert it into damage. That's exactly what you do in that situation.
Yeah, no, that was really good. I definitely wouldn't have been ready to block that. Wouldn't have been able to react. That came so fast. Nice counter.
There you go.
Yep. Okay, no setup. All right. There we go. Overhead. Already gone here. Here's the web setup here. Just got a couple out. 3 out now.
There you go. Gets opened up by the overhead.
Really like the conditioning there. There's some fear to just kind of block that higher up ledge there. But I think you probably can escape in a lot of situations. You just take that first block right there, just like that, and that opens up another option for you.
There it is. Convert. Ah. I don't know if LDS knows the conversion, considering I haven't seen a button press from him after that twice now.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, reached into it. That was crazy.
Right, around a piece here. Yeah, that's the time to challenge right there for Stopwatch.
There you go, gets the hits. Nice. Full conversion. I need to see the super at the end, man. You have the meter.
Really good decision to bail off right there. Push out of the corner, strip away any of that grip that was built from Stopwatch. That caught the had to capitalize on the situation.
Yeah, unfortunate that basically could spend the entire fail off timing, watching and drain. Chain shift.
Nice block. Oh, unfortunately got caught air to air here. Still knocked out that web back there so you can move forward.
Hey, very nice. So the fireball there actually pushes out too far for Byakuya 2A, and he recognized that and pressed his better ranged 5A and hit that. So that was super cool from LDS, but unfortunately didn't convert it into full damage.
Yeah, I'm noticing too, these last couple photons definitely go for a lot of gold throws. Which, you know, like I said earlier, that gives a lot of time to put up those techs there. I like the mix idea. I like the attempts as well too, because if you catch your opponent sleeping, it pays off in space. Nice air fireball there. Oh, there we go. There's the TRM.
That's definitely what you're looking for when you're going for those gold throws. And yeah, and as Phonon, that's really big because, like I said, this character gives up the grid to shields quite easily. So when you get the opportunity to look for those, you definitely go for
I see a lot of those gold throw attempts there. You're trying to get your opponent to try to react in a timing that's just kind of like supposed to be mashing out a tech, and that's where you get that kind of shield break animation.
Back it up. Wow, ran in there. All right. Yeah. Drop the ender. No big deal. Sorry, go for it.
No, I was gonna say it looked like they tried to kind of recover that situation by getting a nice little mini button on top of stopwatch there.
Yeah, LDS I think caught between two options there. Just didn't know what to do. Yeah, another good veil off overhead.
Oh no! Oh boy, we gotta stop reacting on wake up here. Might have to block in some of these situations. One more opportunity for you here. Nice. That's such a scary run up there. Stopwatch has meter.
You have the force function, or sorry, you have the chain shift to convert off force function.
Good shields. No! I like the idea. Tried to get a run under in that situation. Just wasn't quick enough on the reaction. Might have been a little bit too low for the cross under opportunity anyways too.
Yep, and that's gonna be stopwatch moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good stuff. LDS is definitely has the right ideas there. I believe I know what the combo situation is, which is that after he does dash C, I believe he has to delay the Rekka a little bit. I believe. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've tried to do Phonon combos. Sorry. That's so I was right. You delay it just a little bit, and then it doesn't cross up on the first hit. Yes. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that they're all right. So yes, Voice of God confirmed it for me that yes, you do the dash C. You do the dash C into delay input delaying inputting the Rekka, so that way you don't cross up. Or you can use EX Rekka as fast as possible in order to do actually cross up. And then the other thing I would say is that like these are like two like easy pieces of homework. Figure out your combo off force function and all of the options that it provides, because you're getting those off, and like the opportunity to do that is perfect. Like you're like recognizing that you're like, I have CS and they're in a block string in which I can put force function in there. Let me do it. I'll do the mix up and then I chain shift. Like the idea is there perfectly. You just need the conversion. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Rekka is quarterback A. I call it Rekka because it looks like a Rekka, even though it's not a Rekka. I'm stupid like that. But I hope that is there a better word for? Yeah, I guess it is a Rekka because you have to press multiple buttons for it, right? Okay.
This is not wrong. Don't beat yourself up. Come on now.
You're gonna. LDS is gonna make me look up move names again. Hold on.
See, what was I telling everyone earlier? That even at high level play, they're still looking up notes. They're still referring back to the notes of how Uniclear works.
Bro, when we go back to offline tournaments, I'm buying like a little tablet or a little monitor or something, because having the second screen on whatever like wiki I need to be on is actually mad cheating, and I'm not going away from it. Yeah, I'm not.
Why do you think Juchichi always has a tablet with him? Like, always keeping the notes, always writing everything down?
So Ultra David actually remember he told me he was doing that like 3-4 years ago or something like that, and I was like, nah, I could just do it with my brain. All right, I'm realized not only am I stupid for saying that, but I'm also stupid because I'm stupid. So it's like, definitely no. I'm going to leave up all of the knowledge.
I just want you to be like, shut up, Ultra David. I'll just do it with my brain. Like, wait.
Yeah, I definitely. I'm stupid. Anyways, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get some sort of like tablet for that. Anyway, I actually to translate that to learning, I would suggest that just having the wiki up for whatever character you're playing against online. Just like as soon as you get hit by something, you go, why did he hit me there? You look up and you're like, oh, that's because he's plus in that situation. Stuff like that will help you out tremendously.
So Rakadio's back up again against White Fang here. Another Gordo match.
Yeah, it definitely he's already got the warm-up ready, so let's see how he approaches this one. Nice, jumps back to adjust the combo.
Oh no. Well, starter here. Oh my goodness. Nice job. Go!
Why does it? This man has no fear. No fear.
That's Waldstein players. Waldstein.
Yes. Please punish these Gordo players for just doing random air mortar slides. I don't know why they love this. Every Gordo player loves them.
Good start here, but of course, you know, as a grappler player, it only takes a couple hits to catch up.
Yeah, very much so. And obviously, the momentum that Walsing can carry is also scary.
Yeah, it's that too. It's interesting, this whole bracket, like, it's a beginner's bracket, right? But we have mainly Waldstein, Gordo, and Fona. Rappers, right? As far as it seems. That's... Okay, nice. Grim Reaper. Again, little slide. Oh.
I caught pressing buttons after tech. Spend that meter. No!
Okay, still got it. Yeah, because Brachydios had that chain shift there, right? So should have been able to convert right after the chain shift doing the headbutt.
Yeah, it's just a round end, you know, just dump it on IW or just dump it on a super towards the end. Yeah, no reason not to.
Alright, already in a game 2 here.
Oh, hey. I did not know that Air Mortal Slide is called Mortal Glide. So it has its own name to it. Alright, there you go.
That sounds like a Gordo name.
Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, he definitely made his own moves. Absolutely. Alright. Woo! Alright, gets him to spend it, and he's gonna win Warple for that. Aiming, nice, pick it up, almost.
Wow! Shut down with the nail.
Yeah, quick one for White Fang.
The run up? Yo, that's a lot of bravery here from White Fang.
Alright, great situation to be in. Yeah!
What is Brachydios woke up today and chose violence, living up to the name of Brachydios. You know, for those that don't play Monster Hunter, Brachydios just runs up and smashes the ground and makes it explode. That's how Brachydios plays. Wow. But that was a swift series of events from White Fang there. Tying it up.
Yeah, it's dying with 200 meter kind of sucks.
Especially he had the bravery to reversal command grab and all of a sudden.
Yeah, he can reversal command grab without meter, but once he has meter, he sits on it. What is happening?
I don't know what to do.
Alright, God press, taking to the corner. This part of Bracadios' game has been very solid.
Yeah. Now we're starting this corner game, right? Which last time was a negative factor for Bracadios here. Okay, let's go!
Yes!
Oh no, gotta watch out for those falling buttons. Those too tall.
One of those things that trips up a lot of beginner players is that when they play people online, a lot of them just stick to assaulting and never normal jumping.
Right.
So when someone finally normal jumps them and they get double overheaded because you can only do one button in assault, they usually are not ready for that. So definitely, like, that's a thing I would suggest to like a lot of players, just recognizing when a button or when they're jumping normally, when they're assaulting, and recognizing that the options are different.
Oh my god! Wait a minute!
What? All right.
What? I need the notes. I need the details. Was the invulnerability with Peru Waldstein? Was it the startup that just did not, Waldstein didn't care about?
Oh man.
Okay, here we go. The knockdown corner setup here. Keep stomping on him, Gordeau. Trying to make the move. Nice. Wow. You know, I'd be terrified of a wake-up command grab as many times as this happened. Nice bail off. Get off me. Big jump in. I don't know what you're grabbing at. I'm not even in front of you.
Yeah, Rusty Nail. Pick it up for version. He's gonna need one more, so he's got the chance here. Gold throw. Oh. Wow, wake up neutral jump C. That was wild. It's technically mixing up the command grab, I guess. But
Look, I tell you one thing the Midwest does not need. It does not need another wild Gordeau and a wild Waldstein. I need true game plans for both of you. What is happening?
So like definitely a lot of the stuff that I saw from White Fang was real good. You know,
Yeah.
He recognized that Bracadios wasn't putting buttons in front of him when he was running forward. So a character that is maybe kind of scared pressing buttons in his own 5C range becomes super comfortable getting in his face. And like a lot of other characters in Under Night, they have that range where they're optimal in mid-screen, which is like usually mid to 3/4-ish, but are very good in front of you with having stuff like aiming, having a standing low, having an overhead, having ways to reset pressure, having a command grab, all of the stuff that sort of puts you into like a blender versus Gordeau. And he was able to get that off like literally every single time. It's just run in, like get a hit, convert that into a mix-up. And I would say like that's probably the biggest problem that Bracadios had in that match.
Yeah, you know, like other Waldsteins that we've seen in this bracket so far, a lot of buttons in the neutral ground to really stop a lot of that type of approach. And you're right, like I think that would probably go a long way for Bracadios to kind of put that threat out there for Waldstein. Of course, you do have to worry about the situation with like a Mortal Slide being a problem, and of course, Rusty Nail, the mileage that White Fang got from both of those. That's definitely something to be considered in that matchup. But as long as you're putting that threat in your opponent's, you know, at the forefront of their mind, it's like, okay, well, that's a concern. Let me be careful about my next approach. And that could be the opening that, you know, Bracadios is going to need for that next time they run into another Gordeau.
Absolutely. All right, who we got coming up? We have Proto and Flowerman. All right, good.
This is the winners finals match here. First to 3.
Sorry, Bryce. Are we doing a 3 out of 5 for this one? All right, thank you. Confirmed from the voice up over that we are doing a 3 out
I
of
was
5.
gonna turn myself on stream so people
Yeah,
can
sure,
hear
why
me.
not?
But I'll be muted most of the time anyway.
Sounds good. All right. Get into this one. So this one, like, I feel like is feels annoying for Gordo. Gordo players can tell me otherwise. I know I see Star in there somewhere, but I feel like this matchup's real annoying.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, you just think about the range that Hilda can play at. It's just not great at all for Gordo and by any means. Of course, we see Flowerman just kind of really setting up here. Oh my goodness, nice forward proto tempo here.
I gets the hit. All right, easy convert. There you go. Big win here for Proto. Get the first cycle. Oh, that Grim Reaper is going to be very frightening. I don't mind you. I don't mind you using chain shift on EX to convert into damage, so you don't have to worry about being in neutral again.
So here, getting a little bit of a cycle charge there. It's not from there.
Yeah.
It's already done.
Definitely one of the best things you can do versus Hilda. Keep that character on her butt.
Yeah, definitely don't give her room to like kind of set up like this. Like she's pretty much got free reign at this range, kind of throw out what she wants. Nice Grim Reaper. Wow.
All right.
Set up charge.
There you go. Has the Vorpal. That's definitely the big deal. A bit reaching.
Too far there. Armin taking a quick round 2 here.
Yeah, I would definitely tell Proto to slow it, make it simpler on yourself.
Right.
Like very simply, like work on Vorpal, get Vorpal, convert that into some sort of knockdown, some sort of extra pressure, some sort of way to convert defense or straight hits into a full combo, and then work on Oki from there. And it's just literally that simple.
Oh, wow, nice. Wow, run up Grim Reaper. Have to be worried.
Yeah, and Proto kind of gave up Vorpal a little bit easily there. He had time off that Grim Reaper knockdown to dash up a little, get extra blocks, but decided it wasn't going
to. Here has lively, so could be really patient with these crouching buttons are going to be in Flowerman's favor. I mean, look at the range first off. And it's ducking Rusty Nail as well, so doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, good sequence there from Proto after the EX Mortal slide. Definitely good recognition that he didn't have the best option there, even though he was plus.
This is pressure. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Once again, in control of grid here.
Almost.
Yeah, we take those trades though. If you're Flowerman, you're definitely taking that.
Absolutely. Set up the orb.
Wow, nice teleport. I'm surprised the back was not bad. And a challenge right away.
Again, using the Rusty Nail towards the end of the cycle, giving your Vorpal up to the opponent too easily.
And of course, like we have to recognize at this point, right, that crouched Hilda is dangerous for Gordo to be throwing out Rusty Nails.
Right. All right.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Nice challenge off Grim Reaper.
Actually was like 3 meter away from being able to cancel that in the Mortal Slide. Man, what was that 6B? That dude decided. Proto decided he was gonna clock Flower on the head, and he did not care who knew it.
So I don't care who's behind me, they're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Proto. I mean, that's Gordo classic, right? You know, they wake up, choose violence. Their whole bowl of cereal is violence.
Yeah, violence is. Didn't get that BSM. There you go. Able to stuff that during block. Very nice.
Oh my goodness. Yep, the orb setup, stuffing another Grim Reaper. Yikes, let's go. No full conversion quite yet there. Tries to challenge the Grim Reaper, but of course Proto taking the time to block. And I like the delays for Flowerman here because Proto's thinking it's their turn and they're making the attempt.
Oh wow, didn't press anything. There you go. Finally worked out on the EXSM. Rusty Nail was already converting or already going for that next part of his mix-up.
Oh, nice Grim Reaper here. Proto tempo finally has definitely looking up for them. One more hit will do it. The veil off. Nice. This is a big opportunity for Flowerman here. You can turn it around. Nice mix up here. Orb setup.
God, isn't able to get it into the full damage.
But
Actually, opposite state full screen. Hey.
Ah,
Yeah, I think with Vorpal there, it was unnecessary to run up into his range. You could have just kept chipping him away.
yo, and the assault throw. Okay, daring. Oh no, bad button choice there.
Oh, got hit. No conversion. So I'll be honest with you, I did not know that full charge 5C went into 6B because I've never seen full charge 5C used that close to people. So like I learned something today.
We're all learning. We are all learning. It's interesting, like what newer players will really try out, right? Because if you don't,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
another perspective, right, that you don't normally have.
Yeah, they don't have the same hangups on like from previous games or previous iterations.
Right.
So it's like I would have never ever assumed to do like something like 5C 6B because I was like, I don't know. In my head, I'm like, why would you? In his head, he's like, that's spin loader.
I can do this.
Yeah.
All right. Proto getting one on the board there. Flowerman getting a fresh start. This fourth game. Oh, wow. Going for Orb. Big jump in here. Off the assault.
Getting the full combo here. So the big thing about this is that he's in the corner and he has one ult, right? So just basically as Flowerman, you're just looking to control and keep him locked down.
Boy, is Flowerman ever controlling the situation here. Going for another Vorpal charge because they know Chain Shift is on the way here. Nice EX setup there.
Yeah, I love that he wanted to spend the EX meter to execute there. It's just the wrong EX move, but the idea is perfect.
Oh, just at the range, the casual walk back.
I know. Felt the air from that Grim Reaper whizzing by him, and he was still comfortable.
That just seems like the perfect Hilda reaction. Just like
Yeah.
that's exactly what she would do.
Yeah, exactly. Set up orb. Gonna go for the concentration this time.
Really clean, keep the lockdown there, picking up Proto Temple once again, has full meter and Chain Shift available here. Oh my goodness, no!
Oh my god, what a monster!
All right, the veil off. We're trying to, it's a happy accident. We're gonna pick up the pieces here. Thunder missed the nail, doesn't matter. Flowerman takes it 3-1, screwing up the perfect. And at this point, Flowerman basically just lost. It's 2-2. We run it back.
Good stuff.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah, I actually really like how Flowerman approaches. So like I feel like that Hilda actually a lot of the times with ranged characters there's sort of there's kind of like a very there's a very standard way to play the character that sort of have like full screen pressure like that. And like but Hilda as a character is like she actually has like very many different ways to play. She can play way more aggressive. She can play around like staying back and throwing fireballs, screen pollution style, right? You can focus around mix-ups. So like I think that's super duper cool, and I really like that Flowerman's style is like control grid and screen pollute and make you run into things. Like I'm not here to like always mix you up. I'm here to make it so that getting to my range or getting to your preferred range is a nightmare, and that's awesome.
And in a lot of that plays, like it seems to really carry over from BB Tag, right? Because there's so many similarities, especially playing a Hilda. Hilda 9 in general in BB Tag, like it makes it really difficult to make that approach, and it just seems like Flowerman's playstyle in general. Like Flowerman plays Fairy and Grand Blue versus Hilda 9 and BB Tag, and here still playing Hilda. I mean, the similarities are there, right? You're controlling the space, shutting down your opponent's neutral options, and making it gosh darn difficult to even let the opponent play their game. So good stuff.
Yeah, you know.
Oh.
Sorry, go for it.
I just wanted to
go
shout out the Matcherino again. I don't
Yes.
think we've talked about it yet tonight, but I just wanted to make sure people in the chat know about it. I'm sure you guys have shilled enough Matcherino brackets and pages since quarantine started.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's at 76.92 for an undernight bracket of fantastic stuff. Make sure you use that code LKO MAR21 Uniclear.
Shout out to
for
everyone
that
that's
free
directly contributed. Definitely
yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
Cow, Bobert. Oh, wait, I didn't even do that. Wait, how do I go back
yeah.
on this? OBS, please.
All right, now this is it. This is the Matcherino.
Oh my god.
So, look at those donations from Cow Defense Trader.
What is a defense trader?
Hold on.
You're asking the wrong questions. You don't want to ask that question. Are you sure you
All
want
right.
that answer?
Yeah, it's fine. I got 2 monitors.
Wait a sec. Alright,
But no, much appreciated for the donations there as well.
Alright, there we go. I got it back.
All right, the act of throwing someone or something out a window, expulsion, riddance, ejection, exclusion.
Oh, is that a real
Act of-
word?
Yeah, it's a real word.
Wow. I actually went, okay, you know what? I like that definition
Oh.
better than the one I just made up. So yeah.
Shout out to Wishy for the 30 bomb as well. Let's go, Wishy.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to Teku as well with the 12 bomb.
This was supposed to be
Bobert with
stopwatch's
9
money
bomb.
last tournament, huh?
Yeah, Stopwatch definitely. I think he wants to redeem himself right now. So
Okay.
he was talking that good-ish in chat earlier when he was about
Ooh.
to play Flower Man. He's like, "You almost smoked
Mhm.
this man. I beat
Okay.
him last time," and then everyone saw
And
it
then
happen.
what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
He's
Tell
gotta
the
get his
NCG
losers wrong.
social media manager what happened when you talked that ish to NCG.
Did he post
Flower Man.
about it? Oh my god. Yeah, they're gonna start whenever. I'm gonna go back to my cave.
All right, sounds good. I wanted this last thing I want to say about Flower Man is that he very much reminds me of how Royal Heart plays. And
Well,
if you want to go find some good footage of your play style at its best, yeah, go look up some Royal Heart. That dude's awesome.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, like, Royal Heart has been helping out Flower a lot, learning this character. It's been
If that's
really
actually the case, it makes
That is-
so much sense.
that is actually the case. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe I did not know that. I can't believe it. Well, you know, no, I don't read chat.
Royal Heart has birthed a second Royal Heart. Just like, here we go.
Awesome.
Into the
Awesome.
seeds.
Awesome. All right, let's get into this one. Stopwatch and White Fang.
Alright, so Byakuya up. Wow, take it to the skies. Must go talk to the other Byakuya players. Nice setups here. Not giving White Fang a single turn. This is the Byakuya play you really want to see here.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Oh, almost got that full conversion.
Yeah.
EFCS. EFCS. Ah! I also forget that you can CS supers. That's not that's why I started
Nah, you can't.
exclaiming like I
No,
did.
you can't. Yeah,
You can't CS that one on block?
Not invincible supers.
Not invincible supers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be busted.
That would be
I
messed
didn't
up.
I didn't
you-
know it had
could you
it
imagine-
had that much invincibility for it to be considered though.
Well, yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
the XTP
Yeah, yeah.
for Byakuya, so.
Okay.
Imagine if Akatsuki TTC changed it. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, but that's like an actual DP. I didn't think you consider that like an invincible reversal. But I guess yeah, it does have enough invincibility for it. So yeah, that is my fault. I am sorry.
You're just getting called out by the piano.
That's fine. I appreciate it.
Of course, yeah, the back and forth is going on here. White Fang actually coming out on top in that last round there. Yo, sliding in the DMs here. Carried to the corner, stopwatch.
Yes.
Has plenty of Vorpal too. Wow. I like
All right.
the way from White Fang.
Did it so late. It might have been a mix-up.
Yeah. Oh dear, risking it for the biscuit, and you're gonna pay the price.
There you go. CBO. Can you do more than that with the CBO? I'm almost certain.
I feel like you could have gotten a little bit more than that. But
I know.
still,
I don't know in that specific situation. Can you do like? I have no clue. Because I normally when I see like full CVO used for a mix or used for the like a kill combo, the route looks a little bit different. So I have no idea. That's where my knowledge is unavailable.
See, Londrico this time though, the new cat out in the block. In Uniclear. Really interesting character. I like the mechanics from
Yeah, I love characters that are based around Rekkas, and I think that the ice mechanic is really neat.
Yeah.
And I also suck, so having a 2-button DP is dope.
I see. Just let's destroy our actual DP and
No, I think one of the things that people maybe forget is that like having a 2-button DP means that you get to react to them way faster than like having an input. So it's lets you blow up things a little bit easier. Also, yes, Laundry get theme. It's so good. I lean into
it. Okay. White Fang not wanting to take a break here, going for the
Oh no! Punish!
Okay. Wait a minute. No shield so.
Oh no! Oh, you have CS. You can CS at least.
Yeah, no, seriously, I'm absolutely hapless here.
Oh my god, no!
One hit for both players, and it's the Grim Reaper that closes it out! Just when you think you're gonna get a turn, Grim Reaper.
Punish the DPs! That's your homework. White Fang. Punish that DP specifically. Honestly, like, especially with fighting games, if I see you next week, or like next month, and that's the only thing you do better, I'm like, hell yeah. Because there are people who go their entire lifetimes not knowing how to punish certain things.
Yeah, that can go a long way, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Knowing your route to punish like specific moves, especially like hard punishable moves like DPs, and holy smokes, that goes.
Yeah. So it's like when you're going into that, like when you're playing against or having against certain matchups, certain DPs or something like that, just like know your good punish and like know your decent punish. That's usually how I think about stuff like that. If the punish is not available immediately. Nice, blows up through the aiming. That's twice now that he's blown up through dash C aiming.
Oh my goodness, the freeze doesn't recognize it though!
Grid throw, clean it up.
Yeah, really good throw. Okay. Of course, Grim Reaper into the X-Portal slide.
There you go. I love that DP. Even if he went for the assimilation ender there, he still would have blown up. Do it again. Oh, red missed to death. Should have done should have spent meter on that since you knew that a button was coming out.
White Fang has not come across the Londreka before, not used to mix up. Just wake up, EX a sim, of course. A run up a sim.
Let's DC fly again.
Stop playing Rusty Nail at this range here. You can't fireball war this.
Oh no! The first full screen, he didn't get the combo!
Good time with the 2-way! Oh my god.
Oh, alright. I love that he was like, you gonna stand there though? I'm just gonna, set up flower. And then unfortunately did not get the conversion.
Yeah, stopwatch has to react to these freezing animations though, right? Like once you freeze your opponent, you have to go. It's your turn.
Usually you can like pick up convert in Under Night. You can usually pick up a part of your combo using the rest of the combo.
Yeah.
Sorry, what I mean by that is like even if the first few hits of the starter aren't similar, if you sort of like just cut out like the first 3 hits and you say, I had like this random stray hit that had 3 hits in it, and then you start there, like usually the combo still works.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the adaptability of the player, right? as
Yeah.
well, too. Recognizing that situation that you're in and going, oh yes, I remember practicing this string, and at this point, I can continue from here, get this amount of damage. Will it be the full amount of damage that you had in your combo? No, but you're still, odds are, ending up in a positive situation for yourself, like the next Oki setup, or even, just ending up with a positive grid, or even just enough meter to get to that next situation for you.
Right, like knockdowns are so powerful in this game. There's a point, like think about this, like in a game in which you're constantly playing a tug of war of Whirlpool, there is a point in which the opponent does not get to play that game, and you do. So it's like you got to think about how important like knockdowns are. So sometimes just converting into the knockdowns over and over then gives you a better chance at winning the match.
Yeah, because you'll see sometimes too in higher level play where knockdown means it's a charge opportunity for a player. Like, okay, let me try to return grid advantage into my favor.
Yeah. Okay, so Proto switching up to the Wagner. Like I say, I will say it. I forgot. I think it was White Sword early on to switch to multiple characters. Mirrors suck. Mirrors suck. Yes, they do. But this is a game with 20-something odd characters. Instead of playing, you're not playing Tekken or, any game like that. Like you are playing a game where you're playing a game that has a decent size to lower in fighting games now. You will play mirrors. So just learn how to play them. I lean into them.
No, yo, the duck White Fang.
I was like, he ducked it, nice, and then
Low kick needs to relax. Alright, now going for nail at round start. Really interesting here. Especially like the first with drill too from this Wagner in particular. Like, that could go right under there.
Yeah, people are doing very good actually to stuff. It's really weird. This is twice in a row I've seen people stuff dash C aiming, and I feel like I don't see that at mid level anymore.
Wow, that was dominant there from White Fang.
Yeah, no, that was, like I said, I do not suggest playing multiple characters at when you're a beginner. Like, yes, I don't like mirrors either, but early on, in fact, like, if you really want to talk about it, like in generally speaking, if you look at the greater like higher level of under night players, like most of them stick to one character because the minor interactions in this game become very important.
Yeah, it's not too often that we see I think the only one
yeah, and
even then still mostly sticks with Wagner.
Yeah, and he's not picking Wagner in very specific situations.
Oh wow. Yeah, nice start.
My man saw the charge in the air and was like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, bro. 5v.
It's a very Gord thing to do.
Yeah, very much so.
Nice sim here. Gonna get that credit. Oh, the call out from the EX sim wake up here. Gordo players like,
oh my god, he tried to whip punish with Veil off. What a monster. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I need to have a conversation with all these Gordos. Because you know what? Noctis Streams also would do some malarkey like that. And Noctis, you know who you are. Come on, you've come such a long way. But man, we need to really think about these EX moves we're putting out there that can get mad punished. Have to be so careful.
Hey, lean in there. Gordo classic. Tech their EX
The button.
Yeah.
And of course, White Fang had the beater too. So that's unfortunately like on Proto Tempo's kind of their fault there for making that run-up approach, because there was a lot of threat in White Fang's field. So of course, not only White Fang had the slight life lead there, but had the meter to kind of just cover up if Yo!
I'm still waiting for both of these guys to get each other, like at the same time.
Right.
Like just one of them does it on Wake Up, one of them does it on OP.
Are we gonna start the conspiracy theory that Gordo players all follow a flowchart and they were on the same part of the flowchart?
Yeah, it's just about finding out where on the flowchart they are. They're all starting different places. What was I gonna say? Ah, yes. Proto Tempo needs to recognize that like the White Fang is like very much starting with Rusty Nail first, and like even on block, it's been like Rusty Nail and then Mortal Slide, and you're playing a mirror, so that means you know that you're at disadvantage once you get Rusty Nail on block.
Right.
So yeah, just like recognizing that is like a first and foremost thing, like the range in which the opponent is trying to play.
White Fang once again dominating in this corner here. Massive life lead here. Yeah, there we go. Good duck.
Aiming. See what I mean? It's like everybody else was like stuffing like Dash C aiming, but like not the Gordo player. It's like the weirdest thing because mid-level players don't stuff Dash C aiming either. But like in a beginner's bracket, people are doing like that's kind of sick.
Well, yeah, and it's like the meme, right, that we see where it's like the beginner player like doesn't know, but or like uses less moves, and then the mid-level player like is just inundated with like so much knowledge, they're trying so much, and then you break into that high-level point where like you just trim the fat, and you just keep it so simple to a particular point. It's so interesting to see that range.
Wait, goes to the so you can't 5A it? I'm thinking like I watched. Yeah, so you can 5A it. No, isn't his Wait, no. I'm wrong. Yeah, that's a 6-frame startup. No, you're right. Yeah, he's got a shield. No, you're right. So yeah, no, it is actually slightly more difficult for Gordo. You're right. It will trade, yeah, and 2AA will get the counter hit. No, he's right, If you fight, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Matchup knowledge.
Learning on
the more specifically for Proto. What am I thinking? More specifically for Proto, I would feel like the only thing that I feel like the first and foremost thing you should do is get a basic bread and butter combo. Just be like start 2A combo that ends with like charge jump C, like easiest thing in the world.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of the times like the thing that's tripping him up is that like he's not getting enough damage from the conversions, and even if it's like only 2500, like yeah, that's something.
Yeah, no, like as long as you're being consistent, like straight up from RS's stream, right? Like we're talking about Tekken specifically, like you don't need this 10 hit combo. You need the B&B because that's enough for now to get that damage.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the goal. Like you're gonna hit that every time. You're gonna get the muscle memory down in your matches, and then you can take that next step as you get further, like we saw earlier too, with the player really trying to get the setups with Byakuya specifically. It was earlier where the web setups didn't come out right away from Stopwatch, right? And then we saw in the immediate next match that Stopwatch was a little more consistent with the web setups. Sure, the Stopwatch didn't win against White Fang, but at least that knowledge check was there. They practiced it, and then later on in the bracket, it came to fruition to actually work out really well. Or it was against Stopwatch against LDS rather, where those setups really came out strong.
Right. So yeah, no, I feel like just getting that basic combo down first, because that's definitely what White Fang had. He had like a simple combo that he could go to every single time. and that goes a long way. And then like you can learn the more specific things later on, like when you get combos that start with B buttons, combos that start with C buttons, combos that start with specials, all end up being like slightly different from one another. And then the other thing is that like you were saying, like the recognizing what spaces you control and what spaces the opponents control, because like that was twice where you, like 2 or 3 times I feel like you ran into Rusty Nail on block into Mortal Slide, and that was you just not recognizing that, like, oh, he wants to start with Rusty Nail first and then start going into Mortal Slide.
All right.
So yeah, that's good stuff.
I want to run ads real quick before we go to Grands. Do you want to read them, or you just want me to read them off real quick?
I don't know what they are, so I'd rather you read them.
Okay, cool. Check out the kickit.store where you can get low kick merch and apparel, including hats, sweatshirts, shirts, anything you need. Check it out. Links on the screen here. You can get that Midwest shirt that they gave out for the Arc Revo, John. That was a really cool shirt that they designed. You can check out EX Saturdays. It's a podcast around the low kick stream. It's a monthly Saturday stream. I think they moved it to noon. I'm not sure when the next one is. It might not have happened this month yet. It might happen 27th. I don't know. I'll have to ask them. And there is an EX Saturdays Twitter account, so you can go follow that. I'm not sure the handle, and we don't have it on the graphic yet, so that'll be fixed by next time. Hopefully, you can check that out where they talk about fighting game stuff. We have the new low kick stuff for this year. We should be releasing our April schedule soon. We got some interesting games in the lineup now. Not yet though, but it should be like tomorrow or the next day. That's what's left for March. Is we have BB Central Fiction on the 30th, and we have Power Rangers this Friday. So go check that out. If you want it to be a league net play event, you need 16 players. So please enter and spread the word. If you like Power Rangers, good rollback game. Should be a lot of fun. Links here. Links should be in chat too. Yeah, Power Rangers CF. And that's pretty much all I got.
Nice. Picking up some merch from the low kick store, or the Kick It store myself. Ended up picking up the Make That Bread hoodie. Honestly, I'm a fan of a lot of the graphics they got up on their apparel. They had that Don't Get It Twisted hoodie, as made famous by the Twisted Tea incident that we saw earlier this year. Watch what you say. You might catch the tea. Anyways, going into grand finals.
Woo! Yeah, so we got Flower Man versus White Fang. Definitely. Flower Man has just like a great handle for how to approach like a very basic start on playing Hilda, and like now knowing that like Royal Heart plays with him, like now I'm just like, that makes so much sense, because I was like, when I was watching him play, I'm like, this is like a splitting right? Yeah, I was like, this is a splitting image of like how he plays, and that's so cool because I always really liked how he played. It was such a, when a character like has one of the truest 50-50s in the game and decides to like, for the most part, decide to stick to a zoning style regardless of that, I think that's awesome. Like, and then we got White Fang here. White Fang is like basically his main, his real cool thing about how he plays is that he plays like a very simple, like, I'm gonna approach at this range, and until it stops working, then I'm gonna go in and like try to get the hit somewhere else. Where he sticks with like going with Grim Reaper, with Mortal Slide, with Rusty Nail, and then fixes it up into like, okay, now I can get closer, sort of thing.
Yeah, we got a little bit of bracket lore here. Earlier in the bracket, Flowerman took down White Sword 2. Oh, wow. See, I got the words mixed. You got a White Sword and White Fang. So yeah. I was about to just associate White Fang as the same person. Who knows? Maybe they are the same person. Right, wow, caught low here.
Dun, 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 dun. Very nice. Gets a knockdown. Has the warp roll. Aiming.
I definitely want to say too, I like the intro for Flowerman here, really being patient and reacting to the movement.
They're always gonna do it. They're Gordo players. They're always gonna do it.
I also don't know how big the gap is, but I imagine it's big enough for Hilda to still stick one of her longer range buttons at that range. It looks like the gap is a bajillion and a half. So.
See, I just always feel like, no, I'm just gonna hold this. I'm gonna wait for a second.
So like it just looks like it, and generally speaking, when like Under Night is balanced, Under Night is not very much balanced around like a 50-50, like that sort of thing, like where it's just like, oh, like you either guess whether they're gonna block or not. It's very much more balanced around like other mix-ups around like grid, around strike throw, stuff like that, rather than it being mixed up around like a mix-up within this singular special.
Oh, nice start up here. Good. Goes for the mix. Nice. Catches White Fang high.
Yeah, I got Vorpal on top of it, which is a big win here.
Daring White Fang to try to reach in this range here. Yeah, lots of meter available. Honestly, set up for days. Trying to charge up another Vorpal cycle here.
Yeah.
Smart stuff from Flowerman.
Yeah, and that was just that was dominant. Love seeing that he's even staggering his normals. A lot of times in beginner level Hilda, you'll see a lot of people just do normal, special, normal, special. Like just rinse, just go through everything without ever staggering any of your buttons. But in this time, Flowerman's like recognizing like, yeah, I can open people up in neutral by just making them second guess what buttons are happening. Super big for like it's a tool that every character can use, but especially strong for Hilda.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like Hilda delaying anything and just like daring you to make that approach, like you think it's safe, and then before you know it, you got a giant tank coming over your head.
Yeah. The confirm of something not happening is different from the confirm of something happening.
Okay,
There you go. Yeah, it's just a perfect. Yeah, very optimal round for Flowerman as well. I liked it.
Start here, big open, and of course, nice patience from Flowerman. Really making it difficult for White Fang to make any sort of approach. Like it was a really good start in the last game, but here, Flowerman just kind of turned up the neutral game to 11.
There we go.
Goes for a low mix. Oh my goodness! Oh, Nail, watch your head! Where are you grabbing?
Yeah.
You gotta love it. Yep, the run up doesn't care that there's an orb set up here. White Fang's turn has activated here. They can count.
I like the combo. Very nice. Wait, aiming. Ooh! The reverse beam mix-up held the veil off, immediately spins it, and then goes for the overhead on block.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was smart. Flowerman mixed it up. The last time he did that mix-up, he actually went for an empty 2A after the jump. So this time he actually went for the, or he didn't do anything in the air, landed, and then went for the overhead.
Looking at tournament point here for Flowerman. Looking really strong in this bracket right now. Okay.
There you go.
Really daring.
Keep it nice and simple until the opponent decides that they have an answer for it. There's no need for you to make your life more difficult.
Exactly. Have them solve the puzzle and prove to you that
Exactly. Yeah, you just don't worry about make yourself. Fighting games don't have to be complicated.
Yeah, look, it's just one or two buttons here and there. There's the nail.
Yeah.
Sorry, your turn is not here yet. Nice. There we go. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, it goes for the overhead that time. A very strong understanding.
That was a dirty overhead nail in the background there because you could not see it for the most part.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I just love that Flower already has a very strong understanding of like how to apply mix-ups, and you can tell that's the case because he's going for empty 2A first before he goes for the overhead. Usually at the beginner level, people think that overheads are the mix-ups. So he's like recognizing White Fang's also at similar to that level and being like, okay, well, we'll go for the low here, and then we mix up off of that.
You gotta get through the layers.
Yeah.
Nice. Chain shift into throw. Goes for nice. Assault here. Should be able to get the full extension. No meter spent. Drops the dive kick though. Oh my god. These delay buttons for Farmer are insane.
Plus frames. Oi! Gutsy, gutsy, gutsy. Run up there. That's Vorpal cycle for Flowerman. Doesn't have meter to spend anything. Oh no, wait, I was looking at the wrong side. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Looking at the wrong side, that was White Fang's. That was White Fang's Vorpal anyway, and that's going to be Flowerman taking it 3-0. Super, super dominant, and yeah, just fantastic. Good stuff to Flowerman as he takes it.
Yeah, no, wow, an impressive showing, honestly. Like you said, a lot of shades of blooming out there. Doing a tremendous job. That trading regimen has been paying off. You know, I didn't realize that Flower was actually sneaking around getting training in Uniclear. We'll have to have conversations about that later in our next team meeting. What's up? But no, seriously, good showing from a lot of players out here.
Yeah.
I really like seeing stopwatches Byakuya play. A lot of scary stuff out there. These Waldstein players are definitely of another kind. Like, it is so terrifying to deal with Waldstein to begin with, and now we have more of them. Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, great stuff. I loved everybody who's playing in this because putting yourself up on stream when you're a beginner is frightening. I don't like doing that for my favorite game. So like good on everybody. Like, I hate playing on stream. I hate people looking at me and like messing up, and that's something that I dislike tremendously. So the fact that you guys are willing to put yourselves out there in front of other people asking for critique is like legitimately like just one of the first steps to getting to breaking that first beginner mold in fighting games, because that stuff's really, really hard. Like, fighting games aren't easy. Don't let people convince you otherwise.
Yeah.
They take a lot of work, and they take a lot of self-reflection in terms of how to improve. So
Yeah.
good stuff to everybody. Yeah, that's all I got to say. And thank you for Low Kick for having me on this. They're the ones who invited me, and I can't be happier for that because they're super nice, and this has been awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we got to get back together on the mic here, reunited across, states at this point now. Wow, like not being at a live event for a whole year it's been insane. But yeah, as far as being on stream, you all have an opportunity now to look back at your matches, right, and kind of take the notes. And it's also a checkpoint for you in a way. Like, where you are now, it'll be totally different where you are in maybe the next month, or even by the end of this year. I look back at some of my old matches and say, oh god, I can't believe I used to play like that. I was an idiot. And now I'm less of an idiot, still an idiot anyway. So that's the self-deprecation humor that I got.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right though. Like, at some point you'll look back in your matches and you go, wow, I grew a lot from that point. So
Exactly.
it comes from looking at your match. You don't have to take everything one at a time. Like I said before, it's like if you get into the next month's tournaments, and I see one exact improvement from you, I'll be like, awesome. If I come in and I see all of DPs punished, and let me tell you, there's people at mid to high level who miss DP inputs, DP punishes still. I'll be so happy. As simple as it looks, like, those are the little things that definitely you can build your confidence on.
Yeah, and aside from that too, I just want to take a quick note. That match, Reno, it skyrocketed to $101. Thank you so much to everybody that has donated to this. It's
awesome.
Tremendous. That's a grip for a lot of these beginner players out here. So congratulations for those direct contributions. They really help out here, and it also really helps for Low Kick in general. Like, every time you use the free coupon or even add to the pot as well, it's a big help for Low Kick, and it looks good for Matcherino. So definitely put the word out there. There's even some free quests as well, usually, so definitely go through those. It only takes a couple minutes to do it. The code is right there. We have it on stream, LKO MAR21 Uniclear. And if those codes like deplete, that's great news for Batarino because they add more benefits to low kick when they start running more future tournaments as well. So definitely spread the word.
Yeah, please do. And that's it for me. Do we have anything else?
No, you can lead out whatever. We're good to go.
All right. Yeah, please give Low Kick Esports a follow on Twitch here. That way you know when we're going live. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys. Thanks for all the beginners who first off put their who are very confident in them, or not confident. What's the word for it? Are brave enough to put themselves, comfortable or brave enough to put themselves out in front of other people for critique. You guys are awesome, and the basis in which fighting games improve upon. So
Yes,
thank you guys.
Keep playing this game. Keep putting the word out there because Uniclear is a fantastic game. And there's only one thing I could ever ask for Uniclear, and that's rollback. But otherwise, it's an absolutely fun game to play. It stands as one of my favorite fighting games, and seeing this new wave of players coming through always definitely gives me hope. So thank you.
Yeah, and that's it. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your week and take it easy.
Yeah, later days.
Yo, Dan.